Hello everyone and welcome back to Channel Andropa 101. I needed to take a few minutes to explain exactly what my channel is before I go into today's subjects because I don't think I explained that on day one. My channel is named Andropa 101 for a reason. Andropal because it's Android and Apple combined, and I didn't create the name. Well, I did think of the name, but I checked on YouTube, and apparently there are some other people with the channel name Andropal. However, I came up with Andropal 101. The reason 101 was because my channel is there to educate, to demonstrate that you don't have to have a bias in order to get a point across. And so my goal is to be able to teach you, and that's what the 101 is. This is back to the basics. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty. We don't have to have one side. We're not slated towards one side. We are slated towards both sides. We are completely fair. Now, sometimes you'll think that my videos are slated towards an iPhone or maybe even towards an Android device, but that is not the case. And I will always make sure that there is ample opportunity to explain how one is not better than the other. So please, if you listen to the video, listen to it with an objective mind and try to get the point that I'm trying to make. And sometimes I ramble, and I know that's one of my faults. However, my point is I'm trying to get across to you that you don't have to have a specific agenda like a lot of channels do, okay, in order to get the point across. So today's news, I almost feel like maybe it's a little prophetic, but it's almost a little amusing too. Now the Android folks, the Android community, is going to be very upset with me because this is going to sound like I'm on the side of iPhone, and I'm not. I'm just explaining that Samsung, okay, has done something today, or I shouldn't say they've done it, but the info that we have got so far, the leaked info, is that they are following a pattern that follows the iPhone. Now, let's kind of look at this with an objective view. iPhone is more profitable by far than any other company in the world, okay? Now, that's because their products are not necessarily innovative, but they are worth the money. That's what investors, that's why they put money into Apple, because they believe that the community is going to get what they're paying for. And people will buy iPhones. If you've been around the market long enough, you've seen that there are probably friends of yours or maybe coworkers or somebody out there that loves an iPhone, and they are just all about it, and the iPhone is just the greatest thing. And I'm not saying it's a great thing. I'm just stating that that's typically the case. They make a lot of money, and the reason is quite simply that people believe they're getting what they're paid for. Okay, it's a very high-end device. Just like if you bought a Maserati, you're getting what you pay for. It's not a better car than a Ford, but you're getting a name. Okay, so the point is this. Samsung, there was a report released last night, late, I guess probably be today, early morning, that stated that the community would start to have to eat Apple's gristle. Okay, it was released from Pocket Now, and the article stated that the info that they have now is that Samsung, on the Galaxy S8, is going to be releasing their S8 without, and get this, a 3.5 millimeter jack. Now, what does that sound like? If you remember, prior to the iPhone 7 release, there was a lot of hate given towards Apple. Okay, and there still is. A lot of community, a lot of the people that are the big names in the Android family are still giving a lot of grief towards Apple for removing 3.5 millimeter jack. I'm not even going to argue that point anymore. I have gone through that time and time again. I'm probably going to make a separate video on that just so that you guys understand why the community is going that way. Anyway, the point is, Samsung is doing that. because they need room for all the technology they're going to put into the S8. Okay? And also, they're following the path of the iPhone. Why? Profit. They need to make money just like any other company, and iPhone is doing it the right way. Why did they make the Galaxy S6? Why was it so much different than the Galaxy S5? Because it took the design features and the premium design from the iPhone. It looked almost exactly like an iPhone 6. The whole design feature. The only one that was different was the curved sides. That was the Edge version. And that one has become the most popular. So I'm not saying that the Edge version is not a innovative device, because it is. Those edges, bar none, best thing they've ever done. So with that being said, they're following the design pattern of the iPhone, and they should. There's no reason that they shouldn't. They're out there to make a profit. Talk about such points as the fact that they're going a full screen display. Well, iPhone talked about that a year ago for their iPhone 8. Okay, that was already pre-released information that this was going to be a big thing for the iPhone. Okay, a full screen display, no home button. That's been talked about for a while. Well, guess what? Samsung is going away with the home button as well. Interesting. Again, not pointing out that they're following the same pattern, but they are, and it's okay. Don't get upset by it. Just realize that they have to make profit, and they do it really well with Android. Okay, that if you want a great device, you pick what you like. Okay, do you like the iPhone environment? Do you like the Android environment? You have to pick what you want. Decide where it is that you want to stage yourself, and then go from there. If you want the highest end premium name, then you're going to go iPhone. And that has nothing to do with being a better device. It has nothing to do with it. I'm going to use the example I used with the car. Let's say you've got a Mercedes-Benz. You've got a Ford. Okay, Ford Taurus, a Mercedes high-end car. Okay, there's a big price difference. Probably a good maybe $20,000, okay, in between two cars. And I can tell you honestly that both cars will run the same way. You're not going to get some superior car on the Mercedes-Benz because it is the Mercedes-Benz. You're not getting the full interior. You can get it full leather. Well, you can get full leather on the Ford as well. But this one's still going to be $20,000 more. Why? It's because it's a name. Okay, it's a status symbol. Okay, so the same is true for the iPhone. The iPhone is a great phone. I'm not saying it ain't. But the Android phones are great as well. Okay, I own an Android because I prefer that environment. The environment works for me, and I've got all my money tied up on Google Play. And I am not going to iPhone. Just ain't happening. I spent too much money on Google Play. My wife, she's an iPhoner. She loves iPhone. That is her environment. So she's not going to move from it. And I don't want her to. Okay? So again, being objective here, look at both sides. You've got Samsung primarily because they're the biggest name in the Android market, and you've got Apple. Okay? Apple is exclusive. Let's not... That's no small thing. It is exclusive. Okay? It is its own environment. It's its own house. Android, however, is a big umbrella. You've got Motorola. You've got HTC. Soon not to be HTC. And someone's going to buy them. You got Google. You've got Lenovo. Or maybe Lenovo is one of those companies. I'm not really sure. I'd have to look more into it. You've got a plethora of names. Okay? Samsung, it's just one of the names. Okay? So there's a lot more people in that environment. So let's look at this as a way for Samsung to take the ideas of iPhone and make them better for the Android market. The Android market is wonderful, and I love it. Personally, I think this is good. I think this is great for the the Galaxy line series. This is going to make the Galaxy a much better phone. Okay, so my point is, go and check it out. If you don't have a device already and you haven't picked which side, wait till around March or April when this device comes out. Give it a try. Take a look at it. But don't say, you know what, I'm going to throw the Apple out the door and I'm going straight to the Samsung because this is the best phone on the market. Don't say that until you see the iPhone 8. Okay, the iPhone 8, if you're an iPhoner, you're going to be impressed with the iPhone 8. I was impressed with the iPhone 7. When prior to the iPhone 6s, we didn't have anything better. Went to the iPhone 7, and it's an impressive phone. Okay? So again, just give it a bit of a, soak in the information. Look at what they're going to present. And then make your decision. Okay? If you just got to make a decision, I would say wait for the Samsung device and go for that one. It's going to be a blowout sales. I truly believe Samsung is going to make a huge market sale on this one. This is going to be great for them, and I look forward to seeing it on display. I look forward to seeing it in use. So anyway, this is Andropal 101, and I am telling you guys, just keep an open mind. Remember, don't judge it before you give an opportunity to check it out for yourself. Okay? All right. Well, you have a good evening, and I'll talk to you later.